What's up, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on wherever you at. I just wanted to make another video. I didn't want to drag it out too long, but I wanted to speak on this because it was weighing heavy on my conscience. What goes around comes back around whenever we talk about that. And forgive me because I forgot to put lotion on my hands because I didn't know I was going to make a video because, I didn't know. But this was weighing on me. So whoever needs to hear this is for you. Everybody else. So karma, everybody's like, yo, what goes around comes around. And they think like, you step on somebody's puma, they're going to step on your puma. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you go push somebody, they're going to push you or whatever. Or even in a good way, if you help somebody, they're going to help you. But everyone talks about it in the physical plane. No one really talks about it on the mental plane. And that's what I wanted to briefly discuss with you guys. So like, on a mental plane, karma and energy comes back around, right? So, for example, have you ever been in a situation with someone where you was getting it, you and somebody were actually cool, but mentally you were starting to have issues with them? Like when you weren't around them, you were like, man, does this person even like mess with me like that? Or, does this person do this? Does this person do that? Or I don't like how this person does that. But on surface level, when y'all hang, it seems to be good. But then you notice the arguments and disputes that you're having with this person in your head, they end up happening. You end up actually arguing with them. Like it actually ends up manifesting from here into the physical plane. You end up having an issue with them. Like the energy, just because it's not happening physically yet, doesn't mean that it won't happen. Because eventually what happens here often comes out through here, and then that ends up becoming like a real thing. So that's one. Two, for example, when I was like in high school, I talked about this in another video, so shout out to whoever knows this, but like, the coach was like, hey, you work out, you go hard, next year you're gonna be on a team. As simple as that. Like, you're talented, but like you're lazy. I'm like, cool. I go home, I'm like, he's not gonna be monitoring my workouts, you know what I'm saying? Or if he is at the practice, he's not going to be watching. Like if I run a little bit and I don't touch the line before I run back, how's he going to know? But energetically, all those things that I was thinking and all the things that I was doing added up to me not even making the team. Like you think you can escape it because nobody sees you do it. You know what I'm saying? Or because, it hasn't happened yet. But it ends up manifesting itself. So that's why it's so critical to mind the way we're thinking and the way we're acting, even when we're alone, even when nobody sees, and even when it's just in our mind. Because the energy of laziness ended up coming back around, and I ended up not making the team. When I should have made the team, all I had to do is do what he told me to do. He literally gave me a roadmap. But what goes around comes around. So that laziness went out and it came right back to me. And that's just a regret I got to live with. When it comes to like weight loss and things like that, we think, sometimes we think that we don't deserve the things that we really want sometimes. So like last time I lost 60 pounds, but I think in my mind, and it even kind of did manifest itself because I had really bad body dysmorphia. So in my mind, I always thought that I was fat. Even people were like, yo, you lost mad weight. Oh, you're slim, this, skinny that. But in my mind, even though I could see it physically, in my mind, I still felt like I was big. I still felt like I wasn't what I wanted to be. And so what I did was I started self-sabotaging. I started eating. I got in a relationship and I got happy, and I used that as an opportunity to eat whatever I wanted. And eventually I gained 60 pounds back. And then all that ended up happening is I was unhappy all over again. So it's like, we can't duck the energy. We can't duck the energy. So yes, the physical eating is going to get me big again, but it all started up here. So energetically, what you put out is going to come back. So don't think just because on a surface level it's not happening, or because someone never heard you talk about them behind their back, that it's not going to come around and end up, just returning to you whatever you gave out. It could be laziness. It could be talking about somebody. It could be finances. It could be weight. You know, how people win the lottery and then they end up broke right away, right after. So that's all. Whoever needed to hear that, just know it's not just a physical thing of what goes around comes around, but energetically, your thoughts, what you put out, comes back around. But keep in mind, it takes a while. So just because you have one crazy thought doesn't mean automatically that's coming back to you. But repeated thought is going to lead to repeated feelings, leading to repeated actions. And then that becomes, you know, your personality becomes your personal reality. And then all that is going to come back. But it takes a while. So don't feel crazy if you feel or think one thing. It has time. The thoughts have time before they manifest and it comes back around. And it needs to like be repeated and be bundled and be strong enough to come back around to you, right? If you throw something like that, it's a boomerang like that, it's probably gonna land on the floor. But if you fling that thing the right way with enough strength, it's gonna come back around. Hopefully this helps somebody. Love you guys.